Good afternoon, everyone. Meteorologist Andrew Wilson here with our weekly weather update. It is Thursday rather, at 2 o'clock here. We are moving through this Thursday with a lot of sunshine outside and a lot of warm conditions. Temperatures are way up there into the 80s. You see that there's a lot of shower and thunderstorm activity, though, down towards Louisiana and into eastern portions of Texas. All that shower activity is actually going to be shifting into our direction. And while it's not impacting us here for this Thursday, and it could start to impact us as we start to head into the end of the week and into the weekend. We're looking at a wetter pattern ahead of us here with a lot of shower and thunderstorm activity, unfortunately possible even through the weekend. So let's start off with what's happening out there for today. I always love to talk about what's happening right now before we dive into the forecast. Again, this is Thursday at 2 o'clock. You see that we have a little bit of cloud cover out there over Atlanta. Still a good amount of sunshine peeking through the clouds, though, but it's a thin layer of cloud cover, so some filtered sunshine outside as you look out over Midtown and downtown. Let's look here across Midtown. You see that little bit of cloud cover trying to pop up over the Georgia Tech campus. You can also see it out towards portions of Truist Park and up towards the Battery, down towards Noonan, and then out towards the airport, where everything is moving smoothly here for this Thursday afternoon. Satellite and radar shows that cloud cover trying to build in from the southwest there, and this is going to continue to try to build in. Again, this is all going to be ahead of our next big system that's bringing the rain down towards Texas and Louisiana, where they've had a lot of active weather over the past really week and a half. Looking at the 11 Alive app, you see that you can download this to get an update on the forecast when you're on the go. Right now, the weather station out at the airport is reading a mostly cloudy sky, 85 degrees. You can get the hourly forecast right there at your fingertips. You see that as we head throughout today, it'll be actually more mostly sunny to partly cloudy even at times. And then cloud cover is going to start to try to move in as we head into tonight. You can download the app and get live looks at the radar, which is going to be really valuable on weekends when we have rain chances, like this weekend, especially on Saturday, where we could have some pretty wet conditions at times. I know that it is a weekend where a lot of people like to get out and get together, especially with it now moving closer on into the warmer months, but you're going to want to make sure you have a way to dodge some of those raindrops. Don't forget, you can download the 11 Alive app right there to your mobile device. You can also download the 11 Alive Plus app there on Roku, Fire TV, and on Apple TV. It's a great way to be able to stay updated there with the forecast at your fingertips, or also right there on your couch. Let's say you're watching Roku, Fire TV, or Apple TV, and you wanted to catch the newscast from earlier on that morning. Maybe you missed Chesley, then Cheryl, Aisha, and Crash doing the weather, news, and traffic updates for the morning. You maybe woke up at 8 and missed it. Well, you can actually watch that newscast whenever it is timely for you. Again, the 11 Alive Plus app, a great tool to have, as well as that 11 Alive mobile app right there at your fingertips. Now, it's been really warm here the last few days. That has allowed the pollen count to stay fairly high. We're sitting in the high category still. 177 is the most recent count. Hickory, mulberry, pine, walnut, and oak, all still on the board, could be bothering you. Grass pollen is also high. Weed pollen is coming in at a low level, and then mold pollen extremely high from a lot of the rainfall that we had earlier on this week. Again, though, it was drier today. Temperatures were very hot, went to the mid to upper 80s. Today actually may end up shaping up to finish as the warmest day of the year so far. We do have some warm days, though, in the 7-day forecast. You're going to see that here in a moment. Let's first of all talk about what we're going to have here over the next couple of days. Notice as we head into Friday at 7 a.m., cloud cover really starting to build in. Look at what's going on just off to our northwest, up towards Huntsville, Alabama. You see a lot of shower activity that's moving into our direction. That is going to move over us as we head into Friday afternoon. Just a few isolated showers from that. That's the good news. May even get a rumble of thunder or two. You see things kind of blossoming up a little bit more there by 4 or 5 o'clock. Some of that's going to form right over us there, closer on towards Athens, Covington, maybe up towards Gainesville and Clayton. But then look further off to the west again, getting closer to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Birmingham, nearing the Birmingham area by that time, around 5 o'clock. More thunderstorm activity that will move over us as we head into late Friday and into Friday evening there around 11 o'clock, all the way into the early morning hours on Saturday. Moving into Saturday morning, when you'll be waking up right there around 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, temperatures in the 60s. We're going to move into the afternoon, and unfortunately, showers and storms are going to be possible with temperatures still into the 80s. Not a washout. That's the good news. Don't cancel your plans, but know that rain could impact you on Saturday, and you may have to bring those plans indoors at least temporarily. So again, not a washout. I know that we're starting to move kind of more into wedding season right now. All the flowers are in bloom. Everyone's trying to have their weddings and be able to have outdoor weddings without rain. Again, rain is possible. It is not going to be a washout of a day by any means. Moving into Sunday, we will have temperatures sitting in the 60s there for lows, moving into the afternoon back into the 80s. It is going to be a little bit of a wet pattern at times. Again, not washouts, but wet pattern means we get some better rain chances on the daily. Notice a 30% chance for rain there on Friday, 50% chance on Saturday, 30% chance on Sunday, 30% chance on Monday. Doesn't mean, again, that it's a 50% chance it's going to rain all day. It's just that you could get any rainfall at all. Moving through our forecast track, kind of the more extended look at this shows the shower activity that's kind of moving around us. And I want you to take a look at what's going on down off to our east and kind of to our southeast over the weekend and into early next week. You see this spin right here, this clockwise spin. That is an area of high pressure, and we're kind of just far enough away from that high pressure and on the correct side of it where we get a little bit more moisture building in from the Gulf of Mexico. So we're going to continue to have a little bit more of an increased chance for rainfall here again over the next few days because of this high pressure that's kind of stationed just off the coast. So it brings those winds around and then it swings up moisture right over the southeast, not just bringing higher rain chances for us, but much of the southeast gets those higher chances for showers and storms, especially pop-up storms in the afternoon. And that high pressure will move over the peninsula of Florida here as we head into Wednesday of next week. Still, we're kind of on the edge of it where we could get drier conditions, but also maybe an isolated shower or two. But because that high pressure will move a little bit closer to us and it's going to kind of move where its position is, it could allow us to see some slightly lower rain chances for the middle of next week. So how much rain do we get over the next 7 days? You know, we just finished up a very wet March and a wet April as well. We had a lot of rainfall there, and it's looking like we are going to have a decent amount of rainfall here at the beginning of May. Over the next week, we could get anywhere from a half of an inch to an inch of rainfall where you're seeing that dark blue. That's where we could have about half of an inch of rain. Where you're seeing that lighter blue there up towards northeast Georgia, that's where we could have maybe up to about an inch of rainfall occur. And, you know, that rain is going to be helpful. We could use a little bit at times, not everybody, but there are some spots that are coming in with abnormally dry conditions right now. That's for far north Georgia, showing abnormally dry. And you may be saying, wait, we just had a lot of rain on Tuesday. How are we abnormally dry now? We had a lot of rain there in far north Georgia Tuesday. The reason why is because Drought Monitor only takes into account rainfall from Tuesday morning through Tuesday morning, and then the Drought Monitor updates. We get the new look at the map Thursday morning. So the data cuts off there Tuesday morning, and it's not taking into account the rain that we had on Tuesday this week. So Drought Monitor will update next week, and we may not even see those abnormally dry conditions whether we have rain this week or not. We are going to see rain this week, but I mean, even if we didn't, we probably would have still seen some improvements from the rain that we had before this map even updated. So we'll see, again, that update for next week. I wouldn't expect that the drought's going to worsen at all, especially with the rainfall that we have before we even get to next Tuesday morning. So how much rain have we had so far this year? We're at 24.03 inches, so more than 24 inches of rain. We're at, we should be at this time of year, about 17 3/4 of an inch of rainfall. So that lets you know we are well ahead of average, thanks to especially March, where we got nearly 8 inches of rain. March, April, and January were all above average. February was just a little bit below average by less than an inch. And then May, of course, no rainfall just yet, but that will be changing here as we head throughout the next few days. Something that's not going to change much are our temperatures. We've been above average here for the last few days, and we're going to continue this trend of above average temperatures all the way through the weekend and into next week. 78 degrees, that's our average high. We're going to be at 80 degrees Saturday, and honestly, that's going to be the coolest day of the week, back up into the mid-80s as we start to move into the middle of next week. Today, we're thinking we could actually end up hitting 88. We're right now sitting in the mid-80s. We could hit 88 for the high. likely around 4 or 5 o'clock. Right now, again, it's 2:10 in the afternoon on Thursday, and 86 is the hottest we've been so far this year. Yesterday, we hit 85. That ties for the second hottest day of the year so far. Of course, a lot of the year to go. I'm sure this list is going to fill up with 90s by the time we get through the end of the summer. But thankfully, no 90s in the forecast right now. Taking a look at the forecast here as we head throughout this next week, you can see that we are dealing with some temperatures in the 80s each day. So we have a lot of isolated to scattered showers and storms each day, all the way through Monday. Tuesday is looking to be drier, and then Wednesday also looking like it will be a little bit on the drier side. So that's all the good news there. Drier conditions expected there for the 7-day forecast as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday. Your 8 to 14 day outlook showing that we will have some above average rainfall possible at times. And then also the 8 to 14 day outlook showing hotter than average conditions. So it will be a little bit more above average on the temperatures, a little bit more above average on the rainfall as well from day 8 through day 14 beyond the 7-day forecast. And then as we move through the middle of the month of May, you are really going to notice those hotter and wetter conditions. Quick look at the Colorado State University forecast as far as hurricane season is concerned. Of course, we're now less than a month away from the start of hurricane season. And the forecast put out on April 4th by Colorado State, you see that they are calling for an above average season. So something to keep an eye on. Of course, still a month out, but any preparations, if you have any family that lives down on the coastline, let them know the time to prepare is now for hurricane season. And then we take a look at the Peach State outlook, again looking like we will have some nice conditions there for Friday for much of the state, but then rain chances are going to start to increase as we head throughout the weekend. So I'm going to go ahead and bring back up the 7-day forecast. Again, it is going to be a little bit on the wet side here for Friday all the way through Monday, but it will be drier here for Thursday with a high of 88. We're going back to 86 there for the high on Tuesday, and then 88 again by the time we head into Wednesday. We'll have another weekly weather update for you coming up on Sunday. I hope you have a great next few days ahead of you, and we'll keep you updated on everything right here at 11 Alive.
Right, was there.
Is off. So you can hear me here. Here's the problem. If you go to the app or YouTube, I bet there's no sound. This is your output. The output was turned off. Here, can we check YouTube?